Well, the squeeze felt by the high rents is just one reminder as to why properly managing your money is as vital as ever. And it's also so important to talk to your kids and teach them early about how to budget starting at a young age.
And knowing how to navigate those financial waters is complicated and is never too early to learn. Whether it's about building savings or simply budgeting, we all need to begin somewhere, right? And here to share some tips is Roy Paul from New York-based nonprofit Sensibility. Roy, we really appreciate you being here and for joining us. Such an important conversation that you lead. At what age should a parent typically sit down their child and say, here are some tips to start building on or some things you should know of?
If your child can talk, you can talk about money, right? I have a 6-year-old niece. She's very precocious. And then whenever we go out, she says, hey, Uncle Roy, can I get this? How much is it going to cost? I ask her, right? Just to get her to start thinking about money and what it means for everyday life.
It's a kind of a lost art when we talk about balancing like a checkbook. In the digital world today, what are some things that you should be teaching your children, your teenagers, about how to manage money digitally?
Whenever people talk about the digital divide, I always say talk about yourself, right? Because I'm a millennial and I still balance my checkbook every month. But I think whatever platform you use, and we are in a digital age, you have to start ingraining the fundamentals, right? Young people now are being inundated with 1099s and independent contractors. It's a new way of filing your taxes. And they have to understand the basics of the fundamentals when it comes to saving and budgeting so that when they encounter these issues, they know how to handle them.
You have a rule that you suggest following called the 50-30-20 rule. Can you explain what that is?
I wish I invented the rule. I didn't.
Let's say for the sake of this morning, you did invent it.
But 50-30-20 rule is essentially, if you look at all of your expenses after taxes, what you have left, 50% on the things you absolutely need, your rent, your car insurance, right? 30% on miscellaneous things that you may want, going out on vacation, going out to dinner with your friends. And then take that 20% and save it. It's tough, but we always encourage people, whatever you have left over after taxes, take 20% and do that first. So it's out of the way and you don't have to think about it.
What is your best advice about credit cards with kids and teenagers? When is a good age for them to get their first one, should they?
Yeah, that's a personal decision. And so I try not to tell people when to get a credit card, but they should get a credit card whenever they decide to do it, right? Because it's a great way of building credit, and especially if you are entering the workforce. Some people don't come from families that can really support them financially. And when you try to get your first apartment and other things, you're going to need credit, right? And so that's a great way to establish it.
You're sort of in the business of teaching people things at times that people should probably already know. And we were talking in commercial break about how we wish we knew more as adults. Do you feel like in the education system, whatever it is, there is a gap between what people need to know in terms of spending money as an adult and what they're told in school or at a young age by teachers or anyone in their life other than their parents, really?
I am in this business because I believe in practical education, right? If you're going to enter into the workforce or life, what is it that you need that's tangible that you're going to actually use? That's why, to me, personal financial literacy is so important, even more so now, because we're seeing all kinds of wacky things happening with our economy. Rents are going up. We just did a segment about that, right? Young people are going to be the most vulnerable because they don't have as much saved up as other people have. That's a problem.
And Sensibility, you're not the nonprofit you're with. You guys go into schools. Can parents seek you out? Tell us a little bit about.
Well, I wish I founded the organization, but I didn't. I can't take credit for it existing. But we partner with schools, community-based organizations. They bring us in and they have the students. So it's an easy turnkey situation.
Exactly. Okay. So for more information, we could head to your website. There's a lot of useful info there. Roy, thank you so much for being here.
Great to meet you. Thanks for being here.
We appreciate it. And we will be right back right after this.
Indeed.